The baller about this breakout, Brian, what do you make of it? I mean, this maybe not coincidentally happened concurrently with the whole debt ceiling extension drama.
Exactly. There's quite a few tailwinds here, and I think that's what's going on here. We've talked about over the year how Bitcoin has become more of this macro asset, so it's starting to respond to stuff like the debt ceiling drama and higher inflation. And if you look at the correlation between Bitcoin and oil, that is now positive on a 30-day rolling basis and is starting to get more positive. So I think what people are using, institutions are starting to use it for, is as an inflation hedge. The other thing that you have here is that there isn't a decision on a futures-based ETF that's coming up in the middle of October, October 18th, I believe. And so I think you're seeing a lot of speculation that that may be approved at that point in time. Both of those things are tailwinds for it.
What's the point of gold, Nadine? I'll go to you on this. What's the point? I mean, it's down for the year. It's supposedly an inflation hedge. Aside from being a pretty metal that makes nice bracelets and such, what's the point?
You know, it's a great question. A lot of people are confused. BK and I were talking about it this morning, but so it's not very confusing, and that is this, that when you're in a reflationary environment, again, when the growth of GDP is accelerating and the growth of inflation is accelerating, energy does well, financials does well, crypto does well. But what doesn't do well? Gold. And so you've also seen a spike in the dollar. Dollar up, gold down. Doesn't always work that way, but that's what's going on here. So until you see growth roll over, so the growth of GDP, until you see that roll over, you're not going to be able to use gold as the perfect inflation hedge. Instead, you should be using crypto.
Grasso, just quickly, your thoughts on Bitcoin versus gold?
Yeah, so obviously if you're going to buy gold, you want to buy the miners. That has the beta, and if you think gold's going up, it'll go up three times the amount. But having said that, in Bitcoin, BK and I were talking about this seasonality of Bitcoin. September, a negative month, but you know what's a good month or months? October, November, and then you sell it mid-December. So I think you got 2 more months of outperformance with Bitcoin.